always say that like there's so much life to be learned in between all the planning that we do for ourselves. Well, I just learned like the most, like, wow. I initially just wasn't filming or like picking up my camera because I just started working a lot more, which is great, and it's something that I'm gonna continue to do, and it's something I've also been like trying to learn how to balance when it comes to like being able to work and being able to do this at the same time, because like I love doing this, but it doesn't pay me and I need money. So I'm not gonna like sit here and say like, oh, like I didn't film because I was working, because at the end of the day, like that is something I want to work on. But in that period of time, I was like, let me just like not overwhelm myself. Like it's fine to like take a week off, like it's fine. So anyway, yeah, I was working, and then it was a lot more convenient to eat out. It's like I always say, like I'm always trying my best. So like, hey, like this is your best, this is what you're eating, and like that's that. At the same time, as you guys know, I was like implementing like new rituals into my life. Like I was really wanting to like work out, so like after work I would go out for my walk with my dog and then like come home and do like a small workout. So being creative, aka filming and editing, was just like overwhelming for me. And then my luteal phase happened. Okay, so if you don't know, and by the way, like I'm still learning, so just like keep that in mind, but basically my luteal phase for my whole life, it turns me into like a completely different person. Like I really am not me. And so forever I've always just been like okay, I just have to get through it. But then this last luteal phase, I just wanted to be consistent. But my luteal phase started, and the only thing I could like get myself to like actually do was eat better. And because I had just gone through like a week of fried food, just like eating better was really great for me. And like I've been introducing more like meals and stuff, so that's where like discipline kind of like took over, was with the food versus like anything else, because I just could not get myself, like I just didn't care, which is so unlike me. And that happens for 2 weeks every month. But I'm telling you guys, like this time it was 10 times worse. And I think it was 10 times worse because I had higher expectations for myself, and that's still a goal, right? Like we don't just give up. There's so much learning in between. And so I think whenever we like try to do these sort of challenges, or sort of just like, oh, this is what you should be doing, and if you don't do it, then this is just like not you. And I feel like that's whenever people start to be like, start to believe it and be like, yeah, like that's just not me. Oh, eating healthy, working out a lot, that's just not me. And the truth of it all is like, actually, yes, that is us. And like actually that is like the way we are supposed to be living. But because everything else around us is either hard for part of our society to get to, or just like food, or like access, or like money, there's just so many things that like go into whether or not something is sticking in your life. And so I started looking into it, and I found out I have PMDD. Now, did I self-diagnose myself? Yes. Again, I don't have access to a doctor. Here's the thing, too much of anything is not good. So I'm not gonna promote like, oh, so self-diagnose yourself. What I am gonna say is that you should listen to your body. You should learn more about yourself and listen to yourself, listen to your body, and continue to just be curious and learn. So back to my self-diagnosis. PMDD causes extreme mood shifts that can disrupt work and damage relationships. Symptoms include extreme sadness, hopelessness, irritability, or anger, plus common menstrual syndrome symptoms such as breast tenderness and bloating. And then it says that drugs and lifestyle changes may help. So the reason why I think I have PMDD is because to read these symptoms out loud is to read exactly what just happened to me in my last luteal phase. And it has always happened. And this shit is really real. I'm just now beginning to like look into it, but there has already been lots of mentions of women offing themselves during their luteal phase. And for most women, our luteal phases last 2 weeks out of the month, which if you take those 2 weeks out of every month, it adds up to half a year. I feel like I've been in this cycle for so long where I go through my luteal phase, and then I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna reset, and I film these videos of like me resetting, and it's like, yes, those are real, and those are like still very much needed and whatnot. But above anything, like I just hope that you guys know that like no matter what it is, like social media is always curated. And that's not a bad thing. That's just the way things work. Because like any other job, like there's like certain things that you have to do. Crazy to like look back on my life and just see that that's kind of like just been my reality, where I'm just like in this cycle of like I really need this reset, and like wow, I feel so much calmer. But at the same time it's like, no, you're not really resolving anything, because first of all, well, I wasn't even aware that this was like an actual thing, but also like everything that I was thinking about the last 2 weeks like hold no truth to them, and like hold no truth to like who I am either, and like the things that I actually think. So I'm not like resolving things, I'm just experiencing horrible symptoms of PMDD. And to really make this a full circle moment, I think that me eating fried food for the whole week leading up to my luteal phase set me up to have a horrible luteal phase. I have gone through yet again another super eye-opening experience as to why I should be prioritizing my gut health and my overall lifestyle, and it has just given me even more of a reason to just keep working at this and keep trying to learn more. So, and then I started eating better, but I was still experiencing like horrible symptoms of like other things. But because I was eating better and everything, I'm now on day 2 of my period, and I have like no symptoms of my period, except for obviously I'm bleeding. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm so thankful that I listened to my body and my mind, and that I know that there's better for me, and that things are not just meant to stay the way they are. There are solutions. I've been taking this probiotic. Have you guys heard of coconut cult? Well, this is the cheaper and the no artificial sugars version of it. This you take on an empty stomach. This is not new. I've been taking this for a long time. I actually want to talk about it again because this is the elderberry kind. And if you are new to taking CMOS, or you've just thought about it and you haven't yet, I've tried the mango one, I've tried the strawberry one, and now I've tried the elderberry one. I suggest the elderberry one. Anyway, I'm gonna make my food. I was just wanting to mention those 2 things, just in case you have an inflamed gut and would like to work on it. This journal. This is going to be like my new setup of productivity and like whatnot, because anything I've done before has just like not really stuck. Some things do stick, and I think that's the whole point. Just like keep trying until a few things stick, and then you know you'll continue to learn about like what works for you that way. I have it set up to where like one section is like all my healthy habits that I do, and some that I want to remember that I want to do, and then I have a section of like this week's goals, and then things I'm working on more long term, and then I have a section of my monthly goals, and then I have my little sticky notes. Like that is something that has stuck. And I still have my 3-year planner, and I've like tried different ways of using it, but now I'm thinking this is now how I'll be tracking my cycles. And also I really like using it to like know when I did things. So, for example, on Monday, I cleaned the bathroom. On Tuesday, I watered my plant. So I wrote that down. Just because those type of tasks are things that I need to be doing every like week and a half or like every 2 weeks.
and it's nice to like know exactly the last time I did it, because things like that can be put off for a long time. Like sometimes we may forget to water our plants and then they die. You know, that can happen. And then same thing with the bathroom, like it can also be something that just gets overlooked. And so that's what I like about this little planner. And then I've just been like looking up more things about PMDD, and I think above all, this just goes to show that like our bodies are gonna keep telling us in different ways that we need to be eating better and working out. So yeah, I'm really excited about my new journal. I only have one of these pens that works with these journals because I've already tried using like my normal pens that I have, and it just doesn't work with these pages because these pages are really thin. So I already added to cart more of these pens. I feel like this time around it was like a trial run, and like the more I do it, the more creative I'll get probably. I don't know, we'll see. Baby.
Hello. I have just been go this morning. Yesterday I organized and decluttered all my drawers and everything, and I was actually very surprised that I took out a whole big box of things that I just no longer needed. And like I said, I was just pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh wow, I was not expecting to be getting rid of this much stuff, but it freed up so much space. Now my drawers make so much sense, including my closet. I actually decluttered it like a few weeks ago because as I thrift more, I need more space in my closet. I just got done bathing Molly and washed all my sheets and everything. I just need a sweep and then I'll be done cleaning. But a package just came in and I wanted to open it with you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm slowly getting into makeup. I'm just buying one thing at a time, and I haven't actually like sat down and done my makeup. I've heard really good things about Say. I think that's what you call the brand. This brand, like their products are meant to be like good for your skin. You know, like some things can be quite toxic. Well, apparently this brand is non-toxic, I guess. But I got this blush because I don't have a blush and I'm excited. I just got a random shade. I'm not gonna use it right now because that would be a waste of product. I just got two other things. What is this? Oh, I hope it's the correct light bulb, but I have not been able, hold on. Damn, it's not the correct light bulb. I have to try again. I just got the size wrong, I guess. I don't know. It was meant for my lava lamp. I haven't been able to use my lava lamp in like probably at this point over a year, and I really want to use it. I moved it from my desk to over here, but I guess I'll just have to continue to be patient. This last thing was kind of just like a side quest. I got myself a Rubik's Cube. I got the kind that you can move like super fast. Look at the colors. I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna leave it as it is right now because today's definitely not the day I'm learning how to solve this, but I'm excited.